Okay, so this is episode 2 of the restoration of the Accord, and as you can see, we've got it indoors, so that's a step forward. But this is about a month since the last update, so things have moved on. Perhaps not quite as much as I would have hoped, but there's no immediate rush to get this completed. So it's just a case of chipping away or cutting away when I've got the time and the enthusiasm for it. And this will happen when it happens. So I'll take you through what's been going on. And as you can probably see, the rest of the interior's come out. So the dash has come out. It's pretty much all clear now, and I've actually started to start cutting out a lot of the rot. This is the point in any project where you think, oh my, what have I let myself in for? But so far, so good. What I will say, some of the previous repairs that have been done to this car are absolutely horrific. I think there's a lot to be said for, if you need body work on your car, don't give it to your local garage who will just fill it full of filler, spray it or plate it, and then get it through an MOT. Here's an example here. This is one of the rear quarters. And what somebody's actually done is not bothered to cut the rust out and then just stick with filler a replacement panel over the top. You can probably see if I fold this back now, you'll see the rust just completely spread to the replacement panel, to the point where the replacement panel's actually worse than the original. So yeah, a real bodge. And I'm finding that with a lot of the sills. Obviously, I'm going to cut all of those out anyway, but it's just been plated on plated on plated, and nobody's bothered to actually cut any of the rot out of the car. They've just continued to bodge it, which is, I guess that's what it is. If you're on a budget and you want to just get the car through an MOT, but for the future owners, or if you're going to keep the car on the road, it's an absolute nightmare to unpick that. So I'll take you through. You've probably seen this before if you've watched the previous videos. The fuel pipe, the metal fuel pipe that runs to the fuel tank, had completely corroded away. I've actually fabricated that and repaired it. There wasn't a replacement available. I did find a couple of pipes that was similar off a Jazz and a Civic, but in the end it was just easy to fabricate and repair the existing pipes. So at the back, I ended up cutting out this panel. It obviously had a bit of a ding here at the back, and there's some of that left here, just around here, but essentially somebody had tried to fix this by just basically hitting it with a ball hammer and then filling it full of filler. They've done a terrible job, so I'm just going to cut that out. Well, you can see I've cut that out and I'm going to replate that, so that's probably easier. The bottom corner here, where that seam had failed because of the ding, that's all cut out, ready to be plated. And I'll just pop underneath here. You'll see that the fuel tank is out. The actual underside of the car is really good. These lower arms, I've not been able to remove these because the bushes and the bolts that connect it to the car are unfortunately frozen together. I've tried everything, heat, my air chisel, and what I don't want to do is cut that out and then find that I can't find a comparable bush. The bush that does use is no longer available. I can probably find something that would work, but to be honest, it's no big deal just to leave that in situ. So I've been cleaning everything up. The exhaust is off, again the fuel tank is out, the underside really not that bad. This will be getting fully stripped, making a lot of mess in the process, but yeah, it's really not that bad. The underside of the car, given how bad the outer panels are, I said this before, it's really good. It's really solid, which is quite shocking, really. I'll take you around. I'm afraid because the garage space I've got is quite small, this isn't going to be too easy to do, but you'll see here, hopefully the light will allow. I've cut out the rear arch and started to remove all the rust. Here's the fuel filler. So that's all got to be repaired. There was nothing left basically of this area, so I've started to fabricate basically a repair panel. The only way I could work on this was to cut the whole thing out because of lack of access, but it's actually worked out quite well. I know it looks horrendous, but that should work out quite well. A little bit more work down here to do before the exterior panel goes on. Inner wings, really good. Again, you know, it's really a tale of two halves, this car. It's absolutely bizarre that those outer panels were in such a shocking state, and then underneath, really not that bad. So yeah. Anyway, not started on the roof yet, other than to strip that back. These are the replacement sills. If I just look inside the car, you see this is the rear arches there. I've started to cut that to match that up. So yeah, that's the next. I think the next job will be to do the rear arches and the sills, and then we'll hopefully put the fuel tank back in and get the roof done. And yeah, just keep chipping away. I think that's the I say plan. There is no real plan other than to just keep working until it's done. So I'll just take you around. You'll probably see here I got some new hatch struts, so the car doesn't try to eat me every time I open the hatch. So that's a good thing. That's a nice thing. Parts have been coming in from all over the world for this car. Thankfully, I've managed to find all replacement suspension, springs, struts, some bushes, all new brakes, brake drums, front discs, rebuilt the front calipers. I've got some brake lines to make, but also I've got new flexi hoses all round. All new bearings, inner and outer for the rear, and obviously the fronts just use a single bearing. But yeah, there's the panel here. There's the arch for this side. So yeah, things are coming in, and what I can't find, I'll have to refabricate or find a similar part. But yeah, it's coming along. It's taking time, as I knew it would. But yeah, I've still got a little bit of enthusiasm, so that's a good sign. So I'll carry on.